Hello lurkers and hello all you archaeologists. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a heartworm adventure. It's been a while since I played this, to be honest. It's been a bit on the back burner. As sometimes I play lots of games basically. If we look at this schedule, that's not a schedule. But this is a schedule. You can say I've there's lots of games there. I play lots of games at the same time. Sometimes you play Mugenics for 90 hours straight. You know what I mean? And other games don't get a look in. But I've tried to push it quite high up. Hopefully, we're going to establish a good rhythm. Because right now, I don't know how to actually play this game. I feel like I was closer to this. I was further in this. Like I've played this for 2 hours. Do not save. No, I think that's right. I know I went onwards, but I didn't save it once I got outside, and that's fine. Go down there, shall we? In the direction of whatever the fuck that is. Aiming. Once you've equipped the camera in your inventory, ready by holding LB. I'd love to hold LB to try that out. While ready, you can aim with right stick. Then RB to take a shot. Cool. So, that chest did not move, which worries me a tiny bit. Also a little confused about how it says I've only been playing for 32 minutes and I've been playing for 2 hours. I appreciate some of that is just because you load the game or whatnot, but... So yes. Thought it would be nice to see these cutscenes again. The new Fatal Frame is out soon, and by new I mean the remake of 2. That's just her again. got her hair. Combat. You can also use your camera to defend yourself against enemies, but ammo and healing items are limited, so choose fights wisely. Oh, okay. Run away, run away. Ooh, I didn't see this last time. TV sticking out the ground. Was it buried? The light coming from it so bright it's painting the sky. What about here? Oh, that's fine. I just remembered I can press the button to just... press the button again. To light up whatever's in front of me. This is it. I made it. All those hours spent searching for anything. Even just rumors about this, where this place was. But in the end, it's worth it. I'm not living without answers. I still can't believe what she did to me. Not even leaving a note. Were we all just supposed to move on? Forget about her? I can't do that. And she should have known that's not who she raised me to be. Now that I'm finally here, I'll get my answers and my closure. Here I come.
This doesn't make any sense. Is this the same room as in that house?
How did I not save? Cool. Oh, this is where I went last time, isn't it? Hmm. Oh, there's a giant fucking spider. Well, let's see what's up there. Underpass poem. She cannot speak or sing and yet has nothing to bemoan. She thrives inside the void of time, while we fear the unknown. She trolls the darkness patiently, nimble but with might, and mortifies the instinct guides her hunger through the night. She paints majestic tapestry with nature as her brush, yet we will keep our distance, panicked if we touch. For us we cower pitifully, ever fearful, young and old, yet pray one day we'll garner strength to escape her stranglehold. John Woo's stranglehold. Oh, this is obviously never going to matter. So yeah, I like that those enemies, they've sort of inspired by how you deal with enemies in Silent Hill. The fact that you learn that you shouldn't be fighting those enemies, you can just run past everything. Once you realise that in Silent Hill, it just sort of trivialises everything you do. Because you realise, like, when you're in the road, especially. So I like that they actually have an extended reach. You have to at least attack them to get away. A little snowy. Red static is all I see through the crack. It won't budge. See that that's a dead end. Make a spooky noise, you know? I don't see a keyhole anywhere. Dealing with grief. Thank you for choosing the space to honor your loved ones. The grieving process can be long and difficult, but for many, simple rituals can provide profound comfort. There is no correct way to grieve, but we hope some of the following methods can at least ease the pain. Lighting a candle in a dedicated memorial space. Candles have symbolized hope, healing, and remembrance in many cultures for centuries. This can be beautiful and a tangible way to honor your loved one's memory. The soft glow of the warm flame can remind us of the enduring light of their presence in our hearts. The rest of the pamphlet is illegible. I remember coming out here for air after the funeral. It was strange watching people console my family from outside. What could they have said to make it better? Nothing. This is where I came from. bit trapped. Thank goodness. Spooky television ghosts.
I haven't thought about this place in years. When I lived here, it was definitely dingy, but I don't think it was quite this bad. Although I wasn't paying too much attention back then. The divorce was distracting all of us.
Got kicked in Southern when we moved in, and my dad never got it out. It's even worse now. Virgin was here years ago. It gave everything freezer burn. Had a more permanent death. Dad hated laundry. Day here, half the machines were always broken and my clothes were never fully dried. It was locked. Don't think I ever met these neighbours. Don't budge. Go to the old apartment. I wasn't pleased about living with my dad. Frankly, it was short-lived, and my grandfather stepped in. A locked door. Remember the apartments being cramped, but not this cramped. I wonder what's the difference here. I see a candle. Candelabra adds cemented in place. The wick looks burnt, but usable. That's where that kid lived. His parents were devastated when he fell. No one would give me details, but an awful way to go. We're probably better off loading our game. Hello, Cafe Clan. Not too bad. Drinking some tropical Pepsi. Decided it's been a while since I played this. I should continue. Parts of this game may be violent or cruel. Yeah, it's just like mixing Pepsi Max. Mixing two drinks together. Okay. Let's take this with us. Might need a way to heal. Oh wow, I don't think I've heard of that. That sounds neat. I know there's been lots of demos people have been playing recently, but I haven't had, because of all the mutagenics I've been playing, I haven't really had a chance to play any of them. Yeah, that sounds cool. It occurs to me, I might sound a bit off. I was unwell a bit recently, but where are we going? We're just going to go back to where we were, because that was just the correct place to be. Although I did like seeing the giant spider on the bridge. I just walked away. I have recently changed my my schedule. My phone. Oh yeah. Stairs.
I haven't thought about this place in years. When I lived here, it was definitely dingy, but I don't think it was quite this bad. Although I wasn't paying too much attention back.
Oh, I missed this bandage. We'll take that as well.
The divorce was distracting all of us.
See, I've not even played Dave the Diver yet. Okay, we have to get out quickly. The candle is lit. It feels like something changed, but not here. Okay, well, I'll go and save it. One day I'll try and stream those disc airs again. Might be able to investigate that house. Not sure how I feel about a game going, hey, something's changed, but I'm going to be real non-specific about what. Ooh. There were four... Oh, there should have been 4 candles. And then I would be like, what do you mean? It's handles for more forks. 4 candles. The 3 candles inside the funeral home, the window won't open. I mean, so I'm not going to be able to light them then. Seems like it'd be relevant. Sorry, I've already read this. I think this is where we came from. There's my cup of tea. Over there, okay. We'll go visit the giant spider as well. Giant spider was neat. There it is, giant spider, top of the screen. I've not seen the movie with the giant spiders in, where they're a sort of metaphor. I've been told good things. I've just never got around to watching that movie. I wish I remembered. Oh fuck! Can you get away from me? Do I have to once I'm caught in this? No, I can get away. One of them, there was a safe here somewhere. Not here. Problem is, I know that film has like a single word, so it's like passenger or something. But I don't think it's that. Well, hang on. I never went this direction, I don't think. This is all new.
My friend Sally lived here with her parents until her mom passed. She was a few blocks away though. It wasn't this close.
Shall? Oh, cool. I don't know if lighting the candle did that, or... Oh, right, we're going to come back to that. There's a save point. We have somewhere to explore. Once I figure out where the save point was. I think the street opened up. Oh, no. I want none of that. Here it was. Cool. So, yes, I've switched up the schedule. Let's move myself to the other side. So, Mugenics, I put Pathologic to the Forever games. I've not finished Pathologic, but I did hit credits. I mean, I'd already hit credits before, but I've hit a good ending of Pathologic. Not the best ending, but I think it's enough to upload and even just take a break and come back to. And I'm reasonably likely to come back to that without having to worry about putting it on the list. Silk Song I do have to go back to as well for the same reason. Silk Song's a harder one to take breaks from because it's a difficult game to actually play. Mugenics, I've slowed down on Mugenics. I've played it for like 70 hours. I'm doing fine, but like, it's a real time consumer. Mugenics. Runs take 3 hours at least. Gen 2 Rescue is Sokoban. I've been enjoying Gen 2 Rescue. I've been playing it before it was officially added to the list. Though the last time I played it, the developer came on to watch because it's a small game, it's a puzzle game. It's really useful to get feedback on certain aspects even after your game's been released. But it's super intimidating having somebody who knows all the answers watch you play. So that was a stressful stream. Immortality. I've slowed down a bit on Immortality as well, even though that's a very passive game that like you play rather than play. So it's gonna stay on the list until I finish it. But like that's like a late night game. I have paused. Where are you? You should be here still. I might have moved it. Being blind. Oh, I've taken Vampire off the list. I think I already mentioned this, and replaced it with Devil May Cry. I'm paused. I'm not giving up on Vampire, but I've played it for like 20 hours, and I want a break from Vampire, so I moved on to Devil May Cry 5. I can't find... Oh, there it is, right there. Gabriel Knight. I'm pausing Gabriel Knight. I'm like 10 hours in, I'm on day 2, and I just have to follow a guide to play it. I'll finish day 2, but I'm replacing that with the Eyes of Ara, which is a Mist-like. Which is a shame because I wanted to go through the Gabriel Knight games, especially since they're all really different seeming. Heartworm is Heartworm. Papatura is an interesting looking papercraft, like a point and click adventure type game. Alan Wake 2, the final draft. Control 2 is coming out at some point, and that means I have to be done with Alan Wake, which means I have to finish that second draft. I have to find the old footage. I did start it a while back. Metaphor is right at the bottom. I'm taking a break, but I shouldn't remove it from the list. It has to be done. It's just a long RPG, and it's fine. Every time I play it, I enjoy it, but like, I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood for it. Same Kronos and Heartworm are sort of the same in that I just need to push myself and get further. Kronos is a lot more difficult, and it's not that difficult, but it's more difficult than Heartworm, which is more esoteric and spooky. A lot more indie, actually, I suppose, that's what I really should get. But yes, there we go, I've updated the schedule. What else did I take off the schedule? I did make a note. Hades 2. Hades 2 is going to have to wait until after Mugenics. I can't play 2 big roguelikes at the same time, and Mugenics won that war. Yeah, I need to finish Metaphor so I can play East 9. Because Metaphor was what I replaced, I put East 9, but Metaphor was what I replaced Dragon Quest, which I haven't finished either. And I don't want like a backlog of unfinished giant games, especially ones that I've already uploaded. Did I actually save my game? I think I saved my game. I mean, there's no harm in saving again, but let's make sure we put the lighter down as well. And the big first aid kit. But I don't know if this is one person, but it's definitely a small team. And obviously I've been playing this as a part of my adventure into people trying to make Souls-likes. Not Souls-like, what the fuck are you talking about, John? Resident Evil likes and Silent Hill likes. We don't have to use like for everything. We don't. I think we need a key to go in there. Yeah, I think this was blocked off. I think this is what the candle did, but I'm not 100% sure. I will take the film. Ooh. It's fresh as if just restocked. A key. Take the house key. Locked with a pretty heavy one of duty. Well, the good thing is, I literally just saved. Wasn't there another house I found? So this is in a comparison list with Crow Country, which I massively recommend. I think Crow Country did a really good job of invoking Resident Evil, but like confidently carving out a niche and making changes that were like not only conducive to just playing, but like making it stand out. Massive recommend for Crow Country. What was the other one I played? We're gonna load our game. I'm not ending this stream yet or anything. It will be one I uninstalled because I finished it. Where's it gone? Tormented Souls. Tormented Souls is made by a bigger team, and clearly definitely wanted to be somehow both Resident Evil and Silent Hill at the same time. It's very busy with what it's trying to do. And it had a much higher fidelity of graphics, forcing me to be a little, not meaner, a little bit less generous when it comes to my critique of it. With Tormented Souls, when it flowed well, it flowed quite well. And when it didn't, I felt it a bit more. Like, it very much felt like I wasn't doing that classic Resident Evil 1 pathfinding. It was just a big place that just sort of grew more complicated as you did tasks. But there wasn't and to be fair, none of the Resident Evils do what Resident Evil 1 does, where there's like 10 different paths at the start and you just have to figure out what you're doing. That's very ambitious. Like Resident Evil 1 is very good for that reason. It's why I think it might still be the best one. Certainly the remaster rather than the original game. But like, and I hear rumors that they're remaking Resident Evil 1, which, fair enough. Like, I was told at the time, well, they don't need to because they got the remaster. And I'm like, yeah, but they're gonna. Because otherwise they have to remake like Resident Evil 5. And, there's a... Do you want to? Is that a good idea? I do also have to give Resident Evil 0 another chance one day, because that's the only one. Like, I went through the entire of not just 5 and 6, but Revelations 1 and 2 as well, and I barely touched 0. I played it for an hour and went, I don't want to play this one anymore. Putting shit on the ground and remembering to pick it up later. I wasn't even off the train and I had already gotten impatient with that. I died on the first boss and went, I think I'm done. Or I also just not keen on those characters from that game. Like, Rebecca Chambers is the worst character in Resident Evil 1. There's a reason why Jill's route is the better route. It's because, like, it's got the 2 best characters in that game in. But what about this? The game that I'm literally playing. So, this one, what makes this slightly intimidating to play, we started off on a house. And there were no monsters in that house. I was just sort of solving the puzzle of which doors had the new thing in, and solving a reasonably simple puzzle of navigation. Oh, I found a key, go to a door. And then it shunted me out into the neighborhood, which is, again, a bit more Silent Hill. So I will say, Tormented Souls never did the Silent Hill open world thing. It was just, it just liked the imagery of Silent Hill and the other world and stuff like that. Whereas this has got the open world. It's even got, like, it solved the problem that Silent Hill had, which is, once you figure out to run away from everything in Silent Hill, being outside is a trivial part of Silent Hill. Whereas in this, the ghosts have range, and you have to attack them to get them off you, which I appreciate. I think it's just a case of me grabbing the key and fucking off. But, like, yeah, the sort of progression to house to neighborhood. Alright, I would like to see where the exit is to the corner store, please. Oh, it's there. Cool. I think I shall save again. So yeah, and obviously with Tormented Souls, its ambition was to be all things at all times, which no one, like, it was never going to succeed at that ambition. Whereas this is a lot more poetic. It's clearly telling a story about grief. Not that way, that's just the house. I mean, I have the key to the house now. But I would like to save my game before we continue. Jeez. Over in this direction. But I am learning the layout of the neighbourhood like one would learn the layout of a house. So it is doing something, but it just wasn't immediately obvious structurally what was going on. If it continues, because there's also a hub world as well that I presumably return to at some point, because there's unfinished business there. But that first house didn't have much in the way of gameplay, it just wanted me to explore the house. And there is, as far as I can tell, just the one monster type. Sometimes they're tinged red. I think they might be the spookier ones. might want to actually use this. I mean, there's clearly spiders in the game. And they'll be poisonous. Might be some lasers later on, who knows. The only unfair criticism I can give to this game is this song sounds like a song I can make on Fruity Loops, which is massively unfair, because like, if I hadn't, I wouldn't know that. If I wasn't familiar with those specific instruments. But the thing about Fruity Loops, and by that I mean FL Studio, I guess, is people who are good at FL Studio don't use the basic instruments. I can't fucking mix for shit. It's something I've never bothered learning. I've got the internet. I can just learn to read a guide of how to do that shit. I just haven't, because whenever I make music, I just want to use the instruments and build something. And so like I'm just sort of stuck using the instruments as they are. Like the arrangements are fine, but I can tell they're the standard instruments. Let's go see what's in this dark. Oh, that's a baseball field. I mean, it's kind of like what I was saying about...
Oh. This place.
What I was saying about Resident Evil, where there being 100
I never came
directions.
back after what happened. I'll never forget that day.
Do I have to... Is that a weapon? No, it's an item. Okay. Candle inside, but I can't quite reach through to the bars. Can I use the baseball bat? I don't need to use it right now. So what I like about this, what's working for me, is I don't mean to rag on Tormented Souls, but like Resident Evil runs on cartoon zombie logic. It's set in the real world, but it's a heightened world. Whereas Silent Hill runs on poetic logic. Any attempt within Silent Hill to explain what's going on, i.e. the fucking cult, diminishes that. And anytime it just goes with that flow, it works nicely. I hate the cult so much. I'm told it's Japan that likes the cult. Tormented Souls, wanted to have its cake and eat it. But it's clearly trying to do a heightened reality, and it just doesn't work, because why is there time travel slides from the Red Dwarf episode Time Slides, R.I.P. Rob Grant, where you can somehow travel to the past? And that's never explained. But also there's like an other world that also like parallels the place, and like if it was poetic logic that would be fine. But also the time travel still... Like, there's so much going on in Tormented Souls. And there's a cult. And I don't mind the cult. I just don't like the cult specifically in Silent Hill. Because Silent Hill has something much more interesting going on. And whenever it's talking about the cult, it's not talking about the thing I like. Whereas this... is clearly just metaphor, right? If the game in the end said, yeah, obviously none of this is real because this is just her grieving and running through thought. So yeah, of course that's what's happening. And it could be clever and try and do both at the same time, which is what Silent Hill is often, where it's just like, but there's also literal and what that describes is, there's like, what the fuck is this? That guy's scaring me, so I'm gonna run away while I talk. That's Twin Peaks, and again, Twin Peaks is at its best when it isn't directly talking about the mechanics of how Twin Peaks works. I don't that Gazorp soup, whatever the fuck. I don't like. If you know how that works, Twin Peaks is lessened for it. Don't watch the second film. The second film is. I know if you're really into Twin Peaks, you're going to watch it anyway. But that film doesn't add, it takes away. Knowing the mechanics of like who the spooky people are and how the universe works outside of just like the core imagery is not helpful in Twin Peaks at all. You shouldn't, even the metatextual stuff, as soon as you are able to operate on that level, you're now like watching it in a worse way than somebody who's just sort of blindly operating on the imagery of it. You poisoned yourself by having metatextual knowledge of how television programs are built. Blowing static, there's something shifting under. I can't tell. This is a cool room. This is a stressful room to be in. So it seems like I need to retrieve an item from basically every single location that's accessible. I like these as well. I like glitch drawn and then 3D. So I approach it. You can turn those off. I like the spooky dark camera thing that's stolen from like Amnesia or whatever the... So, Tormented Souls isn't even the worst game horror. It's just a punching bag when it comes to how I'm discussing it. This one was sick and when she accidentally drowned. They said she accidentally... I figured out as I got older though. Oh, okay. There we go. So yeah, this place doesn't have anything mechanical. It's just plot. This is just to tell you that Sally's mum had mental health issues and a thing happened, right? And you just need to know that this place is built out of death and grief. There's no items here. You just... A part of that, I imagine, is because of resources. Games take resources. They're hard to make, and the priority was just telling the story, so some places are only going to communicate the story. It seems like. Because I can't see any reason to be here otherwise. And that's fair enough, I'm up for that. But you kind of wasted a door here though, not having an item. Yeah, there's broken mirrors and going through something in the mirror. No, the worst game for this sort of thing is still the Medium. The medium committed a cardinal sin. The tormented souls went nowhere near the cardinal sin. Like, tormented souls never explaining the time travel or the other world. That's a good thing. When it comes to the cardinal thing. The medium... Okay, I think I have everything. The medium... So the thing about Silent Hill is there's a real world and there's an other world. And weird shit happens in the other world, and it's clearly connected to the psyche of the person we're playing as. Whatever his name is, I forget. I've unlocked the door with the house key. I've made progress. Lovely. James Sutherland or Henry Townsend. Whatever the fuck. And you can make a case that, oh, the Pyramid Head, like, he's, you know, giant sword, phallic imagery. He stands for James in a certain way. And you can even mechanically say, well, he can exist because he's just an abstract part of Silent Hill, and he, like an Italian clown, can just sort of stand in for different metaphorical things. That works. You can, like, I know people don't like Pyramid Head in the other games, but it still works. Because he can just, like, be that just for one character and not for the others. Or maybe everyone's, like, it's a Gestalt town based on everyone. So, like, the ambiguity of Silent Hill makes that work. The medium says, no, there's another side, and it's a real place. And this psychic lady has access to it, and the demons on the other side are real monsters. And you're like, no, that's a terrible idea. Because every single, like, brush with metaphor has a little, like, thing that says, no, this isn't a metaphor, this is a literal thing. And, like, it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't decide to make child abuse one of the, like, subjects they were going to explore. And they're like, ah, this guy's a monster, but also he had a monster in his head that made him do it. And I'm like, I don't know if you should literalize that. It's why I was really nervous about, and I have not played Silent Hill 2 Remake, because Blooper Team, I was just like, I don't know if I can trust you with these subjects. So, like, and we'll see. Yeah, I'm playing through very slowly. What's it called? Kronos, which is Blooper Team. Though I found this one a little bit dry and slow. It hasn't. I would like some plot and some cutscenes, to be honest. Like, Heartworm again is an indie project, so yeah, it hasn't had loads in the way of like cutscenes and people talking and explaining what's going on and stuff. But it has had lots of, like, it's had weirdness. I've found myself in a strange castle in the middle of nowhere. There are monsters made out of static. I found myself on a stairway in a void. That's eugenics. That has nothing to do with anything. Whereas in Kronos, I'm just sort of in a post-apocalypse, and there are monsters, and I'm reading like stories of people who have survived the apocalypse. But I'm not very far in that game. And there's a lot more gameplay. There's like the whole systems in that place. From the Office of Academic Affairs, to whom it may concern, we have received your request to appeal for readmission. I would have thought there was a dash in that word. To the university, and unfortunately have decided to uphold our original ruling. While we pride ourselves on our support of our students and are sympathetic to the circumstances you're going through, we cannot make exceptions, as it would be unfair to the rest of the student body. The GPA and attendance standards set must apply to all, regardless of their personal issues. Admission will consider re-enrollment if the student enrolls at another college or university and maintains a 3.0 GPA for full semester with adequate attendance. We recommend South Central Community College for local students. Oh, That's not nice. The decision is final. Best wishes, AD Huey Deck. More like Huey Dick. How dare he? Static. Okay, I wasn't done with the previous